I'm Mary Claire Watkins, and this is NBW TV. Today I'll introduce you to midwife Basak Ardalani. I visited her at her practice recently in Guelph, Ontario, and we had a conversation about how midwifery care can be a very safe and rewarding choice for prenatal care. And then we'll head back to the cosmetic kitchen and look at some baby products. Let's go. Remember, enter to win after the show. Meet Basak Ardalani, a passionate midwife practicing in Guelph, Ontario. So I'm here with midwife Basak Ardalani, who has delivered 2 out of 4 of my babies for me, and she's going to talk to us about midwifery and what an option it is if you are going to have a baby in the province of Ontario.
1994 actually, based on request of lots of consumer women that wanted to have access to midwifery care. They came back and it got regulated through the College of Midwives of Ontario. In the city of Guelph, it's a very popular choice.
What percentage of the births in the city of Guelph, and there's 150,000 people in Guelph, what percentage goes through midwifery rather than a general practitioner?
25%.
1/4 of all births. Wow.
Which is pretty good, because in the rest of the province, the percentage of people who go through midwifery care is about 4 to 5%. So
4 to 5?
Yeah.
So we're a city of natural birthing mamas?
Exactly, yes.
Great.
We provide the choice of birthplace for mothers.
So choice of birthplace, meaning you can have
home birth
home
or
birth.
hospital birth.
Okay.
And it depends on what women choose, really. We love birth. For us, birth is beautiful anywhere that it is, but for some people, they have the option. If they're low risk, if there is nothing wrong with their pregnancy and during the labor, they happily can have a home birth and stay in their own environment and enjoy their birth in their own place. So
have your baby at home.
Yep.
Okay. And what's the percentage of mothers that choose home birth or mothers that end up having a home birth as opposed to a hospital birth?
Actually, at the beginning of pregnancy, many people plan to have a home birth, but as you know,
Yes.
things are not always 2 by 2 is not 4 in pregnancy and labor, and things will change. And then if this is not a good place for mom to stay, or she requires some extra care that we have to transfer, then we change the plan either in pregnancy or in labor. To start, 40% of people plan to have a home birth.
40% plan home birth.
40%, but by the end we're up to 20%.
When you go through the care of a midwife instead of a general practitioner for a pregnancy, that means that a midwife will look after your entire pregnancy.
When you come to a midwifery practice, basically you're assigned to a group of midwives. And then you get to see them during your pregnancy, at your birth, and they will take care of you and your newborn up to 6 weeks.
From the time of pregnancy right through to 6 weeks.
6 weeks post-birth.
Which is a lot. And you come to the home too, right? So
Oh, yes.
you come to the home when you're home with your baby for a few visits.
Exactly. I think this is really important for women to know that after birth, when they're tired, when the breastfeeding is, going on, just to start to get to know your baby, you don't have to move from your home. We come there. We really believe that if a woman is involved in making a decision and she's the primary decision maker, she's going to be much happier with it.
When I came in with a problem or a question, whether it was how is the baby sitting, I feel like crying, I'm afraid of labor, or maybe the baby's got a fever but it's only very small, at no time was I ever made to feel, oh well, you're being silly. It was always legitimate. There were medical interventions in 2 of my pregnancies, and those were both pregnancies that you handled, and those were both hospital births where you directed me. I wanted to touch base on how safe midwifery is, and you took every measure with me to make sure that I was safe all the way along when there were medical interventions. And just to clarify, you said there's a lower instance of C-section through midwifery care than there is through modern medicinal practices.
Yeah.
Okay. But at the same time, there's a transfer of care that can happen too if the mother's health is ever compromised in such a way that the midwife can't care for her.
Exactly. The scope of our practice for midwifery is limited. We can't do everything, right? We cannot apply vacuum, we cannot apply forceps, we cannot do a C-section. So in many instances, if you need some help, you will consult with the obstetrician on call in the hospital. The care of mother normally is transferred to the obstetrician, but we will stay there with them as a supportive care.
So then you can have your midwife and your doctor.
Yes.
So really you get the best of both worlds and the very best.
Yes, you do.
What do you love personally about being a midwife?
Seeing all those little babies and holding them and kissing them, and that's really fun. Also seeing a baby growing inside and getting to a point that you help them to come to the world and seeing those babies go on the breast and grow in front of your eyes, it's something that you cannot compare with anything. And I'm living in this town for quite a long time, and it's really fun to go out and see babies that are 14, 15 years old now, and I've been at their birth, or families that I've been at all for, birth of their babies. So you feel part of a community.
And you've been also very involved in the International Day of the Midwife. Tell me a bit about that and why you do it.
Sure. I have a different background. When I started midwifery, I'm originally from Iran, so I worked there, and I worked with a population that had lots of problems, and they really had a hard time to access care. They had lots of financial issues, so I could see how important is a midwife in those countries to help women to go through when they do not have access to all the medical care that they need, or it's not in the closest distance for them to travel. So I got to know the importance of midwifery from different perspectives, and 95% of the babies in the world are delivered to the hand of midwives. I've seen how much midwives help around the world.
They're the baby catchers of the world. Thank you for taking time this afternoon.
You're welcome.
To learn more about midwifery care and the benefits it can bring to your family, visit OntarioMidwives.ca. And it's time for NBW's Body Care Giveaway. This week's winner is Carol R. Carol commented on last week's show, and she'll receive NBW's entire lip care selection. Congratulations, Carol. And it's personal care close-up time. Let's head to the cosmetic kitchen.
You are a very cute baby. What's that one? Yeah? What are you doing with it? Would you like to use some of that? Yeah. Now what one? Hi, we're at the cosmetic kitchen again, and this is my youngest, baby Cian. Now that we've taken a look at a fabulous care option for during pregnancy, let's take a look at some fabulous ways to care for our baby's skin once they arrive. As parents, we want to do our best to keep our babies healthy. Are you healthy? Yeah. Let's think for a minute about the state of a tiny baby's body. There are reports that show that the chemicals that we're exposed to on a daily basis do appear in cord blood. Our little guys are being exposed even in utero to chemicals. It's important to know that baby skin is much, much thinner than that of children and adults. And so baby skin can be penetrated by toxins so much more easily. This is why we want to be so careful about what we choose to feed our babies and what we choose to cleanse them with. Also, when a baby is born, their immune systems are undeveloped, and little babies rely on their mother's milk and the antibodies in their mother's milk to keep them healthy and protect them from disease. Pediatricians do recommend to limit your baby's exposure to complex substances to allow their immune systems to develop over time. That way, when a baby is introduced to newer, more complex foods and other things, they're less likely to have an allergic reaction. If baby gets a few months or a year to develop his little immune system, the chances of him developing allergies and having negative immune responses are much, much less. Yeah. So for this reason, we want to limit exposure to skincare, even healthy skincare, at the very beginning. Now, having said that, we do want to keep our little people clean. And it's okay, it's more than okay, to clean baby with simply warm water and a washcloth. No soap at all, for the first even 6 months of their lives. Many a mother has taken this route. If your little angel gets incredibly mucky, however, and you do need to use a cleanser, be aware of the ingredients list on the cleanser that you choose to use on your child. Drugstore brand cleansers will contain toxic chemicals. Yes, even baby products. So let's have a look at the baby products that NBW offers. This is NBW Baby Cleanse and Protect Oil. It's made from 100% certified organic sunflower oil based, infused with organic calendula petals. And it contains gentle essential oils including organic sweet orange, lavender, and chamomile. You can use this on dry skin or moist skin with a cloth or directly to gently cleanse the skin without scrubbing. And when your little person starts to eat solid foods and diaper changing gets messier and smellier, our Cleanse and Protect Baby Oil is a wonderful cleansing treatment that you can use in the diaper area
as an alternative to soap. If your baby is sensitive and prone to rashes, especially in the diaper area, it's a good idea to investigate the cause of those rashes. Very often, it could be a food sensitivity. A visit to your local and trusted naturopathic doctor can be an effective and non-intrusive way to determine what's bothering your baby. And aside from diet and foods that your little person is eating, another irritant to consider is the classic baby wipe. Baby wipes are bathed in chemicals, surfactants, and preservatives that can be absorbed into baby's skin. It's a great idea to use a bowl of hot water when you're changing a diaper. Even if you are using wipes, you can soak the wipe and squeeze it out in that hot water, and it'll release some of those chemicals, making it gentler on baby's delicate skin. A strong paper towel and a bowl of hot water also works very well in place of a baby wipe. Also consider disposable diapers. They're whitened with toxic chlorine and processed with petrochemicals, and then we wrap our little people in them, and those chemicals can off-gas into baby's skin. If your lifestyle is busy and cloth diapers are not a viable option for you, then consider some alternative diapers. 7th Generation and Nati both make diapers processed without the use of chlorine and made with recyclable and renewable materials. And once you're on the way to understanding the source of baby's skin irritation, you may wish to consider using a balm or a cream as protection and prevention. This is NBW's Baby Balm. It's very similar to the baby oil, but we use a candelilla wax, which is a vegan wax, to make it thick and stick to baby's skin. It can be used in the diaper area or anywhere else to soothe irritation and as protection. One great thing about our baby balm is that it's preservative free. We're able to keep it this way because there's no water in it. Balms are even purer than creams and also help to bring no sting properties to the skincare because the water is not present. Once your little person grows to be a toddler, using soap may simply be a requirement to clear off all the food mess, dirt, and grime that a joyful childhood creates. NBW's Gentle Natural Glycerin Soap and our Gentle Hand and Body Wash are wonderful petrochemical-free options to cleanse your babies and your children with. Although this baby seems to be really stuck on the baby balm. NBW's Marigold Magic Body Butter is a wonderful treatment for little people for dry and chapped face, cheeks, and hair. Right, Cian? Would you like to try NBW baby care items on your little people? I'd love to send you our Cleanse and Protect oil and our baby balm. All you need to do to enter to win is subscribe to NBW TV and enter a comment under today's show. We'll announce the winner next week, so stay tuned, and bye for now. Want to say bye, Cian? Say bye!